Share my slide. Yeah. Okay, let me share my screen. Yeah.
Yes, no, it's okay.
Yeah, it's showing. Right. Good afternoon, everyone. Now it's 1:23 p.m. in Indonesia right now, and today I'd like to present our thoughts on behalf of my co-author here, Junaman Abraham, who unfortunately cannot attend this meeting. My title is How to Promote Contributorship and Data Sharing to Cultivate Research Integrity. So the first thing is disclaimers. So my talk will be based solely from Indonesia experience. Some would relate with you, and some might be very local, so unrelated with your situations. And the other thing is all the sketch notes and cartoons that is shared in my slides today are under public domain license, so feel free to reuse them. This is the first slide. So this is a drawing that came to my mind when I observed the life of academia, especially in Indonesia. The shaded one is the shaded part is the main goals, I think, right? How to publish in top journals, maybe publish in Nature, and to achieve the road to full professorship, right? And also new academia usually take into account the example from their senior lecturers, right? They took the if the mentor is famous, and then cool academics, they wanted to be like those mentors, right? And then they also dream to discover something big, right? But the other thing is these parameters, this requirement are not really shared by their senior lecturers or senior academia, right? So here, new lecturers, new academia, seems like they are let loose and let them develop their each way, right? But mostly will be this shaded part, right? Going to full professorship. So you can see that the life is not very healthy, right? From this left part into the right part. And then this happens after seeing the presentation from Charlie and also from Dr. The last presenter. Sorry, I cannot remember your name. Apology. So I think there is a greater government motivation in this research ecosystem when several governments, most government wanted their nation to be highly recognized, right? And then by increasing the budget of research, but in the meantime, there are also researchers with personal motivations, right? Mentioned as well by Sam Matthews in his previous presentation. He says the reason why people publishing the research is dissemination, and then career, improve funding, ego, and patent. In my opinion, the career part and then the funding, also the patent, those three parts should be included in the ego part. So so that makes 54% of dissemination, and 46% of ego, right? That is the personal motivation from the researchers. And this is the corporation motivation, right? Back in the days where when paywall still the main model of publishing, they get more profit from the paywall system. And then when maybe in early 2005, many open access promoters are promoting open access publishing, and then again the model of open access adopted by the corporation, and then they start to gain more profits, right, from the open access model than from the previous paywall model, right? So what we have now as early career academic is disorientation, lack of critical thinking, and then irrelevant perception on internationalizations. Most of us talk about internationalization as publishing in English, publishing in top journals, right? Strong dependency to brands, right? Previous presenter also mentioned about visibility and marketing issues, and then lack of sensitivity to the community, right? So this is the sort of the legacy situation that we inherited from the senior lecturer into the junior lecturer, and then we need to stop the legacy with realignment the perception via capacity building, pointing out the importance of academic culture, and widen the perspective, right? Growing international conversation. So the important part is the conversation, not the publishing part, because the publishing part is very narrow. It's just you write your research on a piece of papers, right, and then someone review your papers. But the conversation, the actual conversation, is the one that really important. So we need to change the perception of those new academics, right, via capacity building, and then pointing out the importance of academic culture and so on. This is the situation that we have now. I drew this based on an article published in 2018, maybe. So the globe is currently disoriented, right, with several forces, right, that based on a university ranking and also the derivation like journal impact factors and H index. So we forgot about this, right, academic culture. And also, how can we move the state of the communication between the researcher from the global south with those who live in the northern part of the globe, right? How can we draw the conversation into the middle, right? Because northern researchers don't know anything, and also the global south researchers also doesn't know everything that happens in the world, and doesn't understand all the aspect of science. So we need to move the conversation not into the northern part, but into the central part of the globe, right? So this is a material, a syllabus of capacity building for new lecturers that me and several colleagues, including Juneman Abraham as co-author, that we designed this to be shared to the new staff, to the new recruits of academia, try to nurture a new perceptions as early as possible, right? So this is a panel. You can click this link on the slide, and then it brings you into this website. So this is a panel. If you click this, then the material will be pops up. Unfortunately, not all materials included moved into this new platform. The other material is still in the old platform. So this is kind of the aspect that we share to the new academia. That one is that academic career is not for everyone, right? So we need them to think and rethink their choice, right? And then the other part is publication versus dissemination. We bring this case because publication now is very narrow in the context of only in form of published paper in top journals, right? While dissemination is more of the involving the communication skill of the researcher, so they can deliver the message of their research to the society. And then the other part is about research integrity, honesty, and also the reproducibility of the research. And then the other one is getting deeper into the metrics, like what Sam has presented previously. But in this case, we need to make them think that all metrics are only statistic, right? How can we move beyond the statistic? Also, this is also mentioned by the previous presenter. I think Ghazi said about this, right? And then how to make an impact. Everyone says we need to make an impact, but impact from for who, right? For we as a for us as a researcher, for our campus or our government, but what about our society, right? And then this is the networking part. We need to share our research. We need to communicate. We need to build networking, meet like-minded people, how to grow our research together, right? And then the last part is the open science perspective, how we can bring those new academia exposed to the perceptions of open science. So I think this is the conclusion. We need to do this as early as possible, right? Aiming to, I talk this about this slide to more undergraduate than to my colleagues, right? My same age colleagues. So I bring these slides in also into the undergraduate students. And the last part is grit is very needed to share this new perceptions about academia. So that's it. Thank you. I hope I'm not over time.
Thank you, Dr. Erwin. You are earlier than your time, and
Yeah.
we will be putting the questions in the chat box so that you can attend the queries over there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Erwin. Our next is a panel discussion. And if Professor Ghazi is here,